Okay, so we are live on the Pranburi River. Sorry, Cap. Get my bag to lay down here. So it's taking up so much room. And this river runs into the Gulf of Thailand near Phnom Penh. And Phnom Penh is a small town only about 2 kilometers from here. We're going upstream, but since the tide is coming in right now, it's almost like we're going downstream because we got pretty easy going here. We don't have any current that we're fighting right now. We actually got a little push from the water coming in. And let's see, I'll give you a little bit of a look around here. Somebody's house there, fisher person. They're gonna bark at us because we look different. They don't see many floating boats out here like this. So we can get beyond the barker here. And this thing I'm in is supposedly a floating inflatable kayak, but it's more like a canoe. I mean, it's got a rudder on the bottom, a dagger board sort of thing in the back. So it tracks pretty well. It's not too bad, but it's not great either. In fact, I'm not sure, we might be missing one dagger board right now. I have to take a look around for it. Quite a bit of trash in the water right now. Usually it's not quite this bad looking, at least that I can remember. But it could be because we've had the rainy season and there's been some flooding probably, and definitely is more trash along the shores right now than I've seen in the past. See an old fishing boat over here. I don't think that's abandoned. I think it's just Anyway, it is kind of late in the day. It's probably after 6 o'clock here. They don't have daylight savings time, so we get dark quite a bit earlier than we would in the States. In the States, we'd be about 9 o'clock or so before it started really getting dark. Here it's more like 7, between 7 and 8. And I don't like to be out much past 6 or 7 on bike or anything else for that matter, because like it or not, there are snakes and large monitor lizards that come out and for no purpose of their own, they just get in your way sometimes. But you don't want to get in their way because many of them are poisonous. Not the lizards, but the lizards can dump people on motorcycles quite often. Actually, they come out to cross the road, and the motorcycles are using the side of the road, and all of a sudden they go clump over the lizard, and they're good-sized animals, so everybody goes tumbling. And the snakes you see mostly trying to cross roads too. A lot of them are pretty small, surprisingly small. They're like these little venomous viper thingies they never really get terribly big, some of them, depending on the species, but there's some that are quite poisonous, and you don't want to get bit by them because you'll spend time in the hospital and recovering from the wound. So I'm probably just going to go up here to the corner and kind of float back downstream. Some interesting homes along here. This is I think this is a resort over here of some kind. I'm not sure it's active or not. They've got a couple old PT boats there, it looks like, from the Thai Navy, maybe. Somebody had an idea. I'm sure they were free too. Yeah, you can take these. You can make rooms out of them. The kids will play on them. The only bad thing about those things is that wasps like to get in them, and if you don't keep the doors and windows and stuff shut, you're going to have nests and stuff inside of them. So if you don't have them set up to do something and someone's taking care of them regular, they're going to be a mess after a while. They got a geodesic dome here too for what they call glamming here, glamorous camping. Looks cute. Might be pretty nice on a cool evening. Don't have many cool evenings right now. This is one of the few. Because we got some clouds late in the day. We had clouds late yesterday, but they weren't enough to cool it down. It's been the pretty wet, rainy season so far, but now it seems to kind of be going back to the pattern we had last year, where it would look like rain maybe about anywhere between 11 and 2 o'clock, and then if it was really going to make it, it would do it by 3 or 4. And if it doesn't make it by 4, forget it. It's all going to dissipate and blow away to the mountains again. This This is a nice big wide river. I like this river, Pranburi River. There's quite a few restaurants on the river, farther up here. One or two on the would be on our road to Paknam Pran. And I think if you get around the corner and start going back towards Pranburi that way, there's a few on the small ones, and maybe some resorts even up there. So the river is smaller up there. I've not made it up there yet. That's one of my goals. I'm going to try to get Miss Kasara out to do that one. And we'll stop in at some coffee shops on the way. I hope this shot isn't too boring because I can't really adjust things around on this thing much. But we got a nice breeze coming in here blowing us. I can do some panning around like this for you. We live on just the other side of that mountain there. And now that we're getting up here, I'm starting to feel the downstream current again. So the incoming tide may be kind of topping out. Still nothing compared to what it normally would be. Well, maybe it's because we have two people in here sometimes too. And I'm the only person paddling sometimes. I haven't seen a whole lot of wildlife out here. There are a lot of fish in this river. There's some good sized fish in here too. I've seen them from the banks looking down, where when you're in the good sunlight you can actually see schools of fish, which I assume might be some kind of an ocean fish coming in. Kind of like you do in Florida, you know, you go down there in Florida and you can get all kinds of interesting fish. You get the freshwater fish and the sea fish, the rays, stuff like that. So this is the corner I was talking about where I said I was going to turn around. We'll get up here a little bit farther where we can actually see around the bend. One of the restaurants I was talking about is this right around the next bend here. I can actually see the roof of one of the buildings from here, but you might not be able to see it because it's kind of just over the horizon. And normally when we come up here, tide is a lot lower. These trees are not in the water like that, so I can tell that we're definitely higher tide right now. Not real high, but it is high. You can see from the bank that there's maybe 3 feet, more before it really gets up to the normal high mark, or maybe the high mark where they've got more weather or something. I don't know. I mean, a lot of this area floods, I think, when they get bad storms and stuff. So, just because of what the ocean does. Got quite a few poles over here on the side here. I wonder if these are fish poles. LB knows it. They've all been painted a red color on top where they got something to mark stuff with. Little bamboo sticks. I don't see any lines coming off of them though. It might just be for some other kind of project they're gonna do. I don't know. See, if this is at home on the on a river at home, those would definitely be bank poles, but I don't see anything on them at all. So yeah, I'm not sure bank pole fishing works here that well. Okay, I think we'll just head back downstream now. We're in a kind of a semi-mountainous area here, so the sun gets blocked pretty fast. And like I said, I don't want to be around here where there's creepy crawlies and stuff. There goes a heron. When I get going here a little bit, I'll take the camera off and show you around a little bit better. Yeah, the main excuse for coming out today is really wanting to get the canoe out because I haven't had it out for a while. I can't tell. Looks like I have 1 person, 3 people on rail, 5. I don't know what happened. What happened there? Oh, well, we lost whoever it was. Anyway, this is where the sunset will be over there. Not really getting any colors up there yet. And you can still see the water coming in with the tide, and the combination of the tide and the current going out. We're kind of just sitting still, but we are going upstream just very, very slowly. So I am going to have to paddle here a little bit to go out. I think we're going to stop.